Hi everyone, let's go ahead and talk about your classroom and how to navigate the entire system. So when you first start with the hiring process with QKids, you get access into their platform, their online platform. That's where your bank information will go, your credentialing will go, teaching resources and things like that will go into it. And this is where you actually access your classes and your schedule as well. So you can go into certificates and resources, and under acquired, you can go to demos with kids, and you can see all the different lessons that you can kind of practice before you actually have your first online interview in order to be able to successfully navigate the system and show that you've done your homework, been diligent, and kind of studied a little bit on how to navigate the system, okay? So these are some great areas to go into, and you can see that on the bottom here it says Demo 1 and Demo 2, which is an independent study zone. These are great. So I'm going to go ahead and go in here to teach you guys how to navigate the system so you can be successful during your interview and hopefully get a job with QKids because it's amazing and QKids rocks. So I'm going to click to open a classroom. Every time that you go into your classroom, this is the screen that you're going to see initially. And here we go. Okay, so we are officially into a classroom. This is the practice classroom. You can see I've gone over this in videos before that in the bottom you can see your 4 kiddos. You've got Kobe, Momo, Girl, and Bill. And what I normally do is I get into the classroom and I click on a kiddo and I make them bigger. This is called the stage, by the way. So you can put the student on the stage, okay? In order to make this blue marker circle that I am doing right now, I hold down the right clicker on my mouse, and this helps a lot, okay? And I'll show you that a little bit more as the class goes on. So you just click on the little add button, you select the student that comes up, and Bill will come through a live stream because it's a live communication with the students, okay? You'll be able to hear all the students as you have Bill on the stage. So this is a great way when you bring Bill up on the stage as he's talking, you can adjust his volume level based on any echo or background noise and things like that, okay? So this is where I adjust my level too when I first go into the classroom and all of that stuff, and make sure that everything's working properly as well. And I say, hi friend, hi, and then I'll say, what is your name? And he'll say, my name is Bill. And then I say, it's nice to meet you, Bill. And he'll say, nice to meet you too, teacher. And I'll say, good job. How old are you? And then he says, I am 5. And I'll say, 5 years old, wonderful. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to class. Let's say hi. And I'll say, let's do who else we have. Let's say hi to our other friends. And then I'll say, hi friend, hi. And then she'll say, hi. And then I'll say, what's your name? And she'll say, my name is Momo. And I'll say, it's nice to meet you, Momo. And you just repeat that, okay? What you're doing is basically evaluating their English and how progressive they already are. And it's a good idea to find out how old the children are. One class I had a 7-year-old and a 12-year-old. And like their age and learning capacity was a little bit of a large gap. So I had to know to keep the 12-year-old engaged but not bored, and to really try to get that other younger one really carried on with the lesson, okay? So as you can see, when you're up here, there's a countdown. There's a counter going. When you're in your classroom, it tells you how long you are in your class. Your class is 30 minutes long. If you do the math, you can see there are 15 sections in this lesson, okay? You need to know that 15 sections, there's 30 minutes in a class, including introductions and rewards at the end, which I'll show you that in a second. Each section is going to be approximately 2 minutes. Some may be a lot shorter, some may be a lot longer, depending on the actual interaction, okay? If you ever get on a section and you don't know what to do, over here in the right column underneath you is a reference section, okay? It tells you exactly what you need to be doing with each screen. When you see these, you are able to bring a child up onto the stage. You do not have to bring a child onto the stage every time you see one of these. It's only if you want to, okay? So for instance, you can see that there's little child marks on here for me to bring a child up on stage. Our students cannot see that. So this is a great way for you to be able to go back into the homework section stuff and see what the screens look like for your children versus what it looks like for you. I'll go over that in just a second, okay? So I don't need to be bringing a child up on stage for this section at all. But what I can do is go to this right here. It says Spotlight. I click on the Spotlight. The entire screen will go black for the child except for what I click and drag and emphasize with the Spotlight. So I can say, okay, everybody, let's look together. Who is this? Who is that? And they'll say, it's Kobe the koala. And then you can say, great job, everyone. It is Kobe. And then you can say, what is Kobe doing? And they may or may not know Kobe is drawing. And if they don't know that, then you can say, he is drawing a picture. He is drawing. And when they answer a question right, I've gone over the reward system numerous times in other videos. Up here is diamonds. You can see you start out with 400 every time, and then you click on diamonds, and you can see at the bottom every single child just got a diamond for answering correctly. This is your reward system throughout the entire class that you teach. You can see each child currently has 5 diamonds in the bottom right hand corner of their screen, and if Momo did a great job, I can give Momo extra diamonds individually, and now he can see she's got 6 diamonds and everybody else has 5, okay? They can't see that until the very end. They don't see that. So then you go along your lessons. Okay, I love this one. I say, oh, this is my favorite game. Are you ready? We're going to click, click, click. I need you to click, click, click on the word eyes. We're going to click on eyes. Are you ready? Eyes. Pop, pop, pop the balloons. Ready? Go. And they're going to look for the word eyes, and they click on eyes. And you can slow it down if they need extra time, and you can see their tallies, okay? If for some reason they're having a problem knowing what eyes looks like or sounds like, you can send them a little hint, and then your hint will go to them, and then they'll get a little hint on their end, and then they'll be able to go ahead through the class together, okay? So you don't need to be playing the game necessarily with them, all right? Okay, and then this is another one. This is great. We can say, you know, click on legs, and it's a kid kicking legs, that kind of thing. And this is where you're going to be using what's called the text board, okay? So these are new words that the children are learning. So you can say, okay, friends, we're going to learn some new words. What are these? What are these called? And then if they know it, they'll say legs. And you can say, good job, it's legs. And so I clicked on my text board, and then all of a sudden a little text box came up. I can make my letters bigger or smaller. And then if I click this little orange circular button, I can make the motion do it again, okay? And then I can say, good job, everyone. And what we're really doing is we are teaching them new words, so we have to really emphasize. And QKids wants you to say the new words 3 times, okay? So we're going to say, what are these? What are these called? What are these? Do you know? Do you know? And then if they say arms, then I click on text box and I say, that's right. Let's look and see what that word looks like. Arms. Arms. So I can say, let's say arms. Arms. And when you go like this, they know to repeat it. And then you can say, now let's yell arms. And then you go like this and they're like arms. And then you can say, let's whisper arms. And then you go like this and their arms. And then you can say, show me your arms. Let me see your arms. Good job. Or if you've got the hands, you know, up here, you ask the same questions and then you say, clap your hands, because that's just reiterating the word with emotion, and it makes it more solidified in their learning, okay? So this is when you're going over new material, okay? And then you're doing it again, all right? You talk about hand, and then hands, and then I'll say hands, and then I'll normally click on the spotlight and say, don't forget the S for hands, and I use that blue marker. I right click and hold down, and that makes that blue marker come up, okay? And then you just go through the lesson. You need to keep an eye on your time and all of that stuff, okay? The second to last screen is always the very first screen that you had. It's the summary, okay? So you're going over and you can be like, how many hands does our alien have, or how many hands does our friend have, that sort of thing. Also, at the beginning of the class, when you bring each student on stage, okay, you bring each student on stage one at a time, all 4 kids so they get a turn, that kind of thing. If for some reason you have 3 kids up here that are logged in and one is not online yet and your class is getting ready to start, you need to kill some time with your kids, and you also need to evaluate their learning ability for the English language and how far they've already progressed, or how slow or quickly you can go through the class and what you really need to emphasize. A great way of doing this is to go up in the top corner. You can see it says markers. If I click on markers, 3 colors will come up. Normally, after I've introduced the kids to the stage, or I'm waiting for somebody, my last student, to log on, what I'll do is you can click on the color and I'll say, okay, I'm going to draw you a picture and I want you to tell me what you think it is. This is really bad, guys. Hold on a second. I normally use my finger and I go like this. What do you think my picture is going to be? What is it? And then they're like, fish. And then I say, good job, it is a fish. To erase the picture you just drew, you go ahead and click the erase sign. And then I'll say, okay, I'm going to draw you another picture. And then you just click on the different 3 colors that you've got, and you can say, what is that? And they'll say a flower, and I'll say, great job, everybody, it is a flower. And then I normally, go like this, and then I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm doing this really fast for you all because I don't want the video to be really long. I'll say, what are those? And they can say clouds, and if they don't know it, you can say, it's a cloud. Cloud. Can you say cloud? And then have them repeat. And then I can say, what is it doing? And they're like, it's raining. And I'll say, yes, it is raining. Good job, friends. Good job. Wonderful job, everyone. That kind of thing. As you're going along the lesson, you need to make sure you are giving these diamonds out like crazy. QKids really wants you to give out a large amount of diamonds. You'll see why in just a second. So reward those students for doing an awesome job, everyone. Keep saying, wonderful job, everyone. Momo, you did excellent. I hear you. Bill, girl, Kobe, great job, friends. You're doing amazing. High five, everyone. Thank you so much. That kind of thing. Then at the very end, the very last one that you have, the last screen that you have is the tally board, the leaderboard, okay? This is where all the kids get to see their diamond bottles and how high they are. They really want to see those diamonds. Those kids are kind of competitive with each other, but in a good, healthy way. So I get our kids up here. So I'll say, okay, let's get our friends up here and celebrate. You all have done an amazing job today. Up in the top corner, you'll see it says stickers. Click on stickers and you'll have a bunch of things you can give the kids. Also, if you look, you can't really see it that great right here, but in the bottom of their screen, you can see a star wand. If you click on that, a mask will come up, okay? So normally when I do this, I'll say, Momo, you go first. Momo, what would you like? And normally I'll go and I'll lower everybody's microphone, or I'll just make Momo's microphone really loud so I can just hear Momo. And I'll say, what sticker would you like? Or would you like a mask? What would you like? You did such a great job today. And he'll say, Spider-Man mask. And I'll say, oh, good job. And the Spider-Man mask moves when he moves, and they get really excited, okay? Then I'll say, Kobe, now it's your turn. Thank you so much for doing an awesome job today. What would you like? You kind of need to know your stickers and stuff, because I had a little boy be like, Ultraman, Ultraman. I did not know what Ultraman was, but we had a great and fun time with his dad trying to figure out the Ultraman. And I'd say, oh yeah, Ultraman. Oh, you did such a good job. Look at Ultraman. You did amazing today. And then you celebrate those 2 kids and say, Kobe, Momo, great job today. Thank you so much. You did wonderful. Thank you. And then you can also see, not really well, but hopefully you guys can see in the screen, in the bottom of their screen, of their face, if they have a mask on, there's a wand button with a arrow through it that pops up, and you can delete that mask, okay? And then I'll say, great job, friends. Let's go ahead and give our other friends a turn. Girl and Bill, let's get you up here. You all did such a great job. Thank you so much. What would you like? And then I'll ask. I had one little boy ask for a hamburger, so I went to my stickers area. I found my hamburger. I gave him a hamburger, and he was so cute. He acted like he was eating it. Okay, kids will ask for dinosaurs. and then I'll get the dinosaurs up here. I'll get all of them up here. And you can move them all around. And normally I take the T-Rex and I make it really big. And it's just being nerdy and having fun with the kids and saying, watch out, Bill, roar, roar, he's going to get you. And they think that's great, okay? You want to make sure that the kids are happy, because then happy kids equals happy parents. The parents give you good reviews, and then you get bonus money for doing a good job in your class, okay? So do a good job. Have a lot of fun with the kids. It's great. In order to know the games, what I normally do is I log in to the platform the night before my classes are going to be starting, okay? And then I can look at my schedule, and I can look at my classes for tomorrow. I can see I'm on standby, which I've already done a video on standby, and I can look at all the classes I'm going to be teaching. Now I can look at my class that I'm going to be having tomorrow. I can see the curriculum. I'm going to be teaching study, work, teach, and act as my main words that I'm going to be teaching the kids. And then I can also see on each screen that I'm going to be going through. You saw that on the previous class, it was 0 through 15. I can see exactly what I need to be doing for the class, okay? I can also go into the classroom and I can start navigating the system and know what to expect for that class. If I go ahead, I'm not going to do it because then the kids' pictures will show up under at the bottom, the real kids, and I don't want to. I want to be able to protect their privacy, so I'm not going to show that to you. But if I was going through my class, preparing for it, and kind of knowing what to expect for the next day, if there was a game I did not know how to play, I would go into certificates and resources, and I would go into game video tutorial, and I would look at what game it was, okay? And they're really simple and super cute and fun. They're about 1.5 minutes long. Click on bingo, for instance. I can see exactly what my screen looks like, and I can see what the student screen looks like, okay? So that's what you really need to learn with these games. We see different things than what the child sees. So to be a successful teacher, you need to know what they're looking at, okay? We see items that they might not be seeing. So we need to know what the kiddo's screen is going to be looking like. So this has been super helpful, especially for bingo and a few of the other games that I did not know how to teach. So I did some homework on it, watched this cute little video, and then I was able to figure out what my games were going to be for when I was going to be teaching them, okay? So this is really just a very simple way to navigate your classroom. Definitely go in and go ahead and learn how to work on your demos. There's 2 different classrooms. You need to practice these demos because when you have your actual interview, your online interview, they're going to say, if you have a student that has a really bad echo or sound problems, what would you do? Or they'll say, okay, Teacher Lydia, I want you to go ahead and teach lesson 2 for me. And then you'll go to lesson 2 and you'll teach it to the instructor for your online interview, which I'll do another video on that. And they'll ask you questions about how do you give diamonds? How do you adjust your control? How do you use a spotlight? Let's show me how you do that. So don't worry about having to be an expert. They're very nice, but you should definitely know how to navigate the system, and you can do that through all of the practice classrooms that they provide for you. I hope that this has been useful to you guys. Let me know if you have any questions on how to navigate the system, and I'll talk to you everybody later. Thanks so much. Bye.